dive today on something I think we all know is important, but maybe we don't give it enough credit. We are talking about sleep.
Yes, sleep.
We've got this really fascinating article, and
Yeah.
it goes way beyond just, get 8 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
This is like the why
Exactly.
and all the different ways that it impacts our physical and mental health.
You know what's so funny is most people think about sleep as just this passive activity, like you just switch off.
Right.
But it's actually
Yeah.
the complete opposite. It's really like the night shift for your body and your mind.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So many things are happening behind the scenes to repair and rejuvenate you.
Yeah.
And it all ties back to your health in some pretty incredible ways.
So let's unpack this a little bit, starting with just the science. I
Yeah.
mean, I always hear about circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's basically like your internal clock. Okay. So it governs your natural sleep-wake cycle.
Oh, okay.
And it's why some people are naturally morning people, like those early birds, and then other people are night owls.
Total night owl.
Yeah, and that's their circadian rhythm at play.
Wow.
And it's influenced by all sorts of things,
Right.
light exposure, temperature, even your hormones play a role.
So it's not just about,
It's not just about,
like, when you feel tired?
it's about your entire sleep-wake cycle.
Okay.
And within that cycle, there are different stages.
Okay.
We've got REM sleep, which is when you do most of your dreaming.
Oh, okay.
And then we have non-REM sleep, which has a few different phases.
Okay.
And each stage actually plays a unique role in keeping you healthy and functioning at your best.
Okay, so I gotta ask, break this down for me.
Sure.
What's so special about these different phases?
All right, so think of it this way.
Okay.
Like a play with different acts. During non-REM, you cycle through light sleep, where you can be easily awakened,
Yeah.
and then deep sleep.
Okay.
Now, deep sleep is where the magic happens.
Ooh, tell me more.
This is when your body releases growth hormone,
Okay.
which helps repair tissues and build muscle.
Uh-huh.
It's like sending in a crew of tiny construction workers to fix you up overnight.
I love that analogy.
Yeah. Ever wonder why you feel so refreshed after a good night's sleep?
Yeah.
Deep sleep is a big part of that.
Wow. Okay, so if I'm hitting the gym trying to get swole,
Exactly.
I need to be getting my deep sleep in.
You need that deep sleep.
Okay.
It's crucial for muscle recovery.
Wow.
And then we have REM sleep,
Okay.
which is all about your brain.
Okay.
So it's essential for memory consolidation, emotional processing, and even creativity.
Oh, wow.
Imagine your brain's like a computer running all day long.
Oh, okay, yeah.
REM sleep is like hitting the defrag button,
I like that.
organizing and storing all that information.
Yeah.
So it can run smoothly again the next day.
So it's not just filing stuff away.
It's not just filing things away.
Yeah.
It's also when your brain connects ideas,
Right.
makes sense of your emotions,
Okay.
and even sparks those aha moments.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need both.
We need both.
Deep sleep for the body,
Yep.
REM sleep for the brain,
It's a tag team
tag team. I like.
for optimal health.
Okay, and if we're skimping out on one or the other,
There are consequences.
consequences.
Yeah, both for your physical and mental well-being.
This is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit
Click it.
and talk about the benefits of sleep.
Right.
I know we all know sleep is good for you,
Right.
but this article goes into a laundry list.
Yeah.
I want to understand, how does sleep impact?
Let's break it down.
Yeah, break it down.
Let's start with the immune system,
Okay.
which is your body's defense force against all those nasty bugs going around.
Because everybody knows, when you're tired, you get sick.
Right. Exactly.
But, why is that?
One of the key things your body does during sleep is produce cytokines,
Cytokines.
which are like tiny soldiers that fight off infections.
Oh, wow.
Studies show that getting enough sleep can significantly boost your production of these natural killer cells, making your immune system more robust.
Okay.
So if you're sleep deprived,
Yeah.
your cytokine production drops,
Uh-huh.
making you more susceptible to getting sick.
That's why I get sick after I pull an all-nighter.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
basically disarming your immune system.
Wow.
And it's not just about preventing colds either.
Right.
A weakened immune system
Yeah.
can have far-reaching consequences,
Yeah.
increasing your risk of developing more serious illnesses down the line.
Okay, so we covered immune system.
Mm.
What's next on the list?
Let's talk about your heart,
Okay.
the engine that keeps you running.
Yeah.
Sleep plays a vital role in regulating blood pressure and keeping those stress hormones in check, both of which are essential for maintaining a healthy cardiovascular system.
So I'm guessing not getting enough sleep?
Not so great for your heart.
Not so great.
No.
Okay.
Chronic sleep deprivation is linked to an increased risk of all sorts of cardiovascular problems,
Like what?
like hypertension, heart attacks,
Oh, gosh.
even strokes.
So it's not just like
It's serious stuff.
feeling groggy in the morning?
Yeah, you could be putting your heart health at risk.
Wow. Okay. I'm rethinking those late night Netflix binges now.
It's worth considering.
Yeah.
And speaking of things we might want to reconsider,
Okay.
let's talk about sleep and weight management.
Okay.
You see, sleep deprivation throws off the balance of your hunger hormones,
Uh-oh.
leptin and ghrelin.
Leptin and ghrelin.
Yeah.
Remind me what those are again.
Sure. Leptin is the hormone that tells your brain you're full,
Oh, okay.
while ghrelin signals that you're hungry. When you don't get enough sleep, your leptin levels drop,
Oh.
while ghrelin levels surge, making you feel hungrier even if you've eaten enough.
So you're just hungry all the time.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, no.
And on top of that, sleep deprivation messes with your insulin sensitivity,
Okay.
making it harder for your body to process sugar effectively,
Oh.
which can increase your risk of developing type 2 diabetes.
So lack of sleep is like
It's a double whammy
double whammy.
for weight gain.
Yeah.
You're hungrier,
Right.
and your body's not processing food as efficiently.
No wonder people struggle with weight management.
It's a huge factor.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the number on the scale.
Right.
We're talking about the overall impact on your metabolic health,
Okay.
which is essentially how your body processes energy.
Okay.
When your metabolism is out of whack,
Yeah.
it increases your risk of developing a whole host of chronic diseases,
Like what?
including obesity, heart disease, and even certain types of cancer.
This is getting scary.
Yeah, serious stuff.
Sleep deprivation sounds like just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about muscle repair.
Hmm.
Anything else for physical health?
Yeah, we mentioned the importance of deep sleep
Okay.
for releasing growth hormone, which is crucial for muscle repair and recovery.
Yeah.
So if you're hitting the gym regularly, or even if you're just active in your daily life,
Yeah.
getting enough deep sleep is like giving your muscles a chance to rebuild and get stronger overnight.
So it's like the secret weapon.
It's essential.
Yeah, secret weapon for athletes
Yeah.
and fitness people.
It's like a natural performance enhancer.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So we've talked about like a lot of physical benefits of sleep.
Yeah.
But what about the impact on our minds?
That's a great question.
I know when I'm sleep deprived,
Yeah.
I'm foggy, I'm irritable, it's hard to focus.
Of course.
Is that just me, or is there a real connection
What's a real connection?
between sleep and like mental well-being?
The connection between sleep and mental health
Yeah.
is often overlooked.
Yeah.
But it's just as important
Okay.
as the impact on our physical health.
Okay.
In fact, this article dives deep into how sleep affects
Yeah.
our mood,
Okay.
cognitive function, stress levels, and even our risk of developing certain mental health conditions.
Okay, so let's take a deep dive
Yeah.
into the mental health benefits of sleep.
All right.
After a quick break.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, see you in a sec.
See you soon.
It's interesting how we always talk about mental health like it's separate from our physical health.
Right.
But really, it's all connected. And sleep is a prime example of that connection.
So true.
Yeah.
Okay, so this article highlights mood regulation as one of the key mental benefits of sleep. How does that work? How does sleep help us keep our emotions in check?
You know how when you're sleep deprived,
Yeah.
even the smallest things can set you off?
Oh, yeah. Like spilled coffee suddenly feels like the end of the world.
Totally. I'm like a monster when I haven't slept well.
Well, that's because sleep
Okay.
plays a crucial role in regulating your emotional responses.
Okay.
When you're well rested,
Yeah.
your brain is much better equipped to handle stress and process emotions in a healthy way.
Right.
But when you're sleep deprived,
Uh-oh.
your emotional control center basically goes offline.
Oh, no.
That's why you might find yourself feeling more irritable or anxious or prone to those sudden mood swings.
So basically, sleep is like hitting the reset button
Yeah.
on our emotions.
Exactly.
Okay, what about our brains more generally? Does sleep affect things like memory and focus?
Remember we talked about REM sleep
Uh-huh.
being like your brain's overnight filing system?
Yeah.
Well, that process of consolidating memories is essential for cognitive function.
Okay.
When you get enough REM sleep, you're better able to learn new information, recall things you've learned in the past.
So it's important for learning new things.
Exactly.
Okay.
And even solve problems more effectively.
Wow.
So yeah, it has a huge impact on cognitive function.
So if I'm cramming for a test or trying to learn a new skill,
Yeah.
getting a good night's sleep is going to help me.
It's going to help you perform better.
Perform better. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not just like academic stuff, right?
Not just academic stuff.
Yeah.
Think about everyday tasks like remembering where you put your keys.
Right.
Or following directions.
Yeah.
Those cognitive abilities all rely on a well-rested brain.
What about focus and concentration?
Huge.
Because I know I can't focus when I'm tired, but how does lack of sleep actually impair?
Think of your brain like a muscle that gets fatigued after a long day.
Okay, yeah.
Sleep is like giving that muscle a chance to rest and recharge.
Okay.
So when you're sleep deprived,
yeah,
your brain simply can't function at its peak. You'll find it harder to concentrate.
Ugh.
Your attention span will shorten, and you'll be more prone to making mistakes.
It's like running a marathon on an empty stomach.
Yeah, you're going to hit a wall.
You're going to hit a wall.
And this can have serious consequences.
Right.
Especially when it comes to things like driving.
Oh, yeah.
Or operating machinery.
Yeah.
Studies show that sleep deprivation can impair your reaction time.
Wow.
And decision-making abilities.
Yeah.
Just as much as alcohol.
That is scary.
It is.
It's basically like driving under the influence, but sleep deprivation.
That's a serious issue.
It's the thing that's impairing you.
Yeah, and unfortunately one that many people underestimate.
Okay, so we've established sleep deprivation is bad for our brains, for cognitive function, for emotional regulation.
Yep.
But what about long-term consequences?
Well,
does it increase our risk of
unfortunately,
more serious mental health problems?
And there's a growing body of research
okay.
linking chronic sleep deprivation to an increased risk of developing conditions like anxiety and depression.
Wow.
And for people who already struggle with these conditions, lack of sleep can worsen symptoms and make it more challenging to manage their mental health.
That makes sense.
Right.
If your brain's running on empty,
it's more vulnerable.
Yeah, more vulnerable to those problems.
And it becomes a vicious cycle.
Oh, how so?
When you're anxious or depressed,
yeah,
it can be harder to fall asleep and stay asleep.
Right.
Which further exacerbates the problem.
Oh, wow. So it just keeps...
Yeah, it's a downward spiral. It can be really difficult to break out of.
So if someone's listening and they're like, oh my gosh, that's me, what can they do?
Well, first and foremost, it's important to talk to a doctor or a mental health professional to rule out any underlying medical conditions or psychological factors that might be contributing to the problem. There are also effective treatments available, like cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, which can help people develop healthier sleep habits and manage the anxieties that often keep them up at night.
So there are things that people can do.
Absolutely.
It's not just something you have to...
It's not something you have to just live with and suffer in silence.
Yeah, suffer through.
Yeah.
Okay. And even if someone isn't clinically, struggling with sleep, but they are feeling more stressed, more irritable when they're sleep deprived.
There are still things you can do to improve your sleep hygiene and prioritize rest.
Okay, let's talk about that after a quick break.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back. Okay, so we've talked about all the sciencey stuff, the good stuff, the bad stuff.
Right.
But now let's talk about solutions.
Yeah.
What can we actually do to get better sleep?
Well, one of the most powerful things you can do is establish a consistent sleep schedule.
Consistent?
Yeah. It sounds simple, but it's amazing how many people don't have a regular bedtime.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely guilty of that.
Yeah, especially on weekends.
Yeah.
It's tempting to stay up late and sleep in.
Totally.
But even a little inconsistency can mess with your sleep.
Really?
Yeah. Your body thrives on routine.
Okay.
And that includes your sleep-wake cycle.
Makes sense.
When you go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time each day, even on weekends.
Even on weekends?
You're helping to regulate your circadian rhythm.
Okay, so consistency is key.
Consistency is key.
Oh, I'm writing that down.
Okay.
What else? What about our environment?
Your bedroom should be your sleep sanctuary.
Okay.
Think cool, dark, and quiet.
Okay.
Invest in some blackout curtains.
Yeah.
To block out any unwanted light.
I've got those.
Nice. And consider a white noise machine to mask any disruptive sounds.
Okay, I need to get one of those.
Yeah, they can be really helpful.
What about the temperature? Does that matter?
Oh, yeah. Even small things like the temperature of your room can make a difference.
Makes sense.
You want it to be cool and comfortable.
Okay, and what about screens?
Ah, yes. The blue light dilemma.
The blue light.
It's a big one.
Yeah, because I'm on my phone in bed.
So many people are.
All the time.
Electronic devices emit blue light which
Yeah.
suppresses melatonin production.
Okay.
Melatonin is that hormone that helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle.
Right, right.
So when you're exposed to blue light before bed,
Yeah.
it can make it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep.
Yo, I'm basically telling my brain to stay awake
Pretty much.
when I'm on my phone.
Try to reduce screen time at least an hour before bed.
An hour?
Yeah. If you have to use devices, consider using blue light filters
Get it?
or wearing blue light blocking glasses.
I've seen those.
They can be really helpful.
Okay. I'm going to have to try that.
Give it a try.
Okay. What about food and drinks?
Be mindful of stimulants like caffeine and nicotine close to bedtime, as they can interfere with your ability to fall asleep.
So no coffee after dinner?
Probably a good rule of thumb.
Okay.
And while a heavy meal right before bed
Yeah.
might make you feel sleepy initially,
Mm-hmm.
it can actually disrupt your sleep later on as your body works to digest it.
So no late night pizza?
Maybe not right before bed.
Okay, noted.
It's all about giving your body the best chance to wind down and prepare for rest.
Okay, so we've got environment screens food.
Mm-hmm.
Are there things we can actively do to relax before bed?
Absolutely.
Like, are there things that help signal to our bodies like, hey, it's time to sleep?
Incorporating relaxation techniques into your bedtime routine can work wonders.
Like what?
Things like deep breathing exercises, meditation, or even gentle stretching can help calm your mind and body, preparing you for a restful night's sleep.
I like that.
It's almost like creating a ritual to signal to your body that it's time to wind down. And don't underestimate the power of a consistent bedtime routine.
Okay, so like every night doing the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
This could include taking a warm bath, reading a book, listening to calming music.
Yeah.
Anything that helps you relax and unwind.
Okay.
The key is to do these activities in the same order each night.
Okay.
So your body starts to recognize those cues and prepare for sleep.
This is so helpful. I feel like I have so many things I can do now.
You're armed with a whole arsenal of sleep-boosting techniques.
Yeah.
And remember, you don't have to implement all of these changes overnight.
Right.
Start with one or two that resonate with you.
Okay.
And gradually incorporate others as you develop healthier sleep habits.
Progress, not perfection.
Exactly.
Okay.
And as you start to prioritize sleep and experience the benefits firsthand, you'll be more motivated to keep those healthy habits going.
This deep dive has been so eye-opening.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I feel like we take sleep for granted, but it's so important.
It's fundamental to our health and well-being.
It affects like everything.
Everything, from our mood and energy levels to our risk of chronic diseases.
So what's like the one thing?
The key takeaway.
Yeah.
The key takeaway here. Prioritizing sleep is an investment in your overall health and well-being.
Okay.
It's not just about feeling rested.
Right.
It's about giving your body and mind the time they need to repair, rejuvenate, and function at their best.
And remember, even small changes can make a big difference.
Absolutely.
So set a consistent sleep schedule, create a relaxing bedtime routine, and be mindful of the things that can disrupt your sleep, like screen time, caffeine, late night meals.
All those things we talked about.
And if you're really struggling with sleep, don't be afraid to reach out for help.
Talk to your doctor or a sleep specialist.
There are people who can help.
Absolutely.
So to everyone listening out there, here's a final thought for you. What if improving your sleep was the key to unlocking your full potential?
I love that.
How would your life be different if you woke up every morning feeling refreshed, energized, ready to take on the day?
It's worth exploring.
It really is.
Sleep is a superpower.
It is.
And it's available to all of us.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into sleep.
Thanks for having me.
We hope you learned some stuff and feel empowered to prioritize rest.
Sweet dreams, everyone.
Sweet dreams of